Hey, Brian from Garage Mahal. Today I'm reading it from the side, make sure I get everything in here. It's a 74 bin double-sided mobile parts rack, and it is 37 inches long by about 20 inches wide and 47 inches high. My shop desperately needs this thing. So let's open up, see everything that we get inside, see how easy it is to set up and install. And if you're getting something like this, you probably have all the tools you need to install it. But let's just take a quick peek inside. And it looks like it's a box in a box. And this box is kind of falling apart as I have it. So this is probably gonna have all the parts and pieces that we need. So, yep. These are all the bins and some brackets. And I'll give you a quick peek at that real fast before I end up dropping that on the floor. So those are all your pieces. It looks like here's some brackets that go with that. And let's get out all the bolts and screws, the sets of directions. A bunch of more metal pieces. We'll just put these off on the side. So those are all the bins. And then this looks like it's going to be the rest of it. So that's our base. And dropping these small pieces all over the place. And it looks like these are the upright brackets. So we'll cut that open. And I'm wearing gloves because it is metal. And sometimes you get like some welds that may not be as nice as they should be, and you can cut yourself, so definitely be safe. So here is the manual. There is not a lot to it. Okay, so it kind of gives you kind of how to set these up, how to drop the trays in, and then basically kind of like exploded parts list, and really no explanation on that. All right, so let's see how many different types of screws we get. And the caster wheels are buried in a box, so definitely look out for those. Okay, so we start with the tray like this, and then the casters are going to go onto the bottom of this. And no heads or tails on the bolts. So we're going to kind of like open them up and kind of spread them out here. I'm going to take the casters out of the box. I'm going to spread out all the screws in this. Okay, so it seems like all the screws are there. So it's going to be looking for part 12, which is the 26. So it's going to be the smaller ones with these smaller, actually, there's only one size nut in here. So it's going to be the smaller ones. Now it's going to be for the wheels. Now, I'm going to actually, you have two different types of casters, one with a brake, one without the brake. I'm going to put a brake in each corner just because I don't know what side it's going to go on. So, meaning each opposite corner. So we just have that straight. All right, so next is the uprights. So it looks like they go in here. And M13. So this is going to be your longer screws. With your nut. So you get that kind of pyramid looking piece towards the top. Once I get this a little bit lower, I'll kind of give you a little more insight on that. Then you're going to get the 2 of the longer screws, and then you're basically going to be setting up the top support like this. So that screw goes in here, and it has a little rivet point that you can tighten that up into. So that's easy. And then on the outside, you're going to mount that. I'll show you when we flip around to the other side. Put this up here. Got threads in on that side. All right, so the rivet parts kind of go to the outside. Hopefully you can see that in the reflection, but basically we are mounting them to the outside and then sliding them down into place. Same thing on this side. And then what I did is I got one of these parts bins and I just kind of like mounted it on there to make sure that's how it's gonna mount up correctly. Now you have all these pieces that go in to help support that bracket. So let's get that situated the right way. So it looks like it's gonna be this way. And then just make sure all the holes line up, and they are gonna be those small little brass pieces that are left over. Okay, so there's a top rail that's probably buried in the bottom of all these boxes. So we are going to start off putting these in place. Okay, so this is shelf, and to give you orientation wise, it actually has like kind of like a tape measure on it, so pretty cool. So we will let that kind of find its home there, and it's pretty obvious what bolts are needed that are left. This is cool because it's like a little bit of a storage shelf on top of here, so you can put all your little other pieces. All right, so I love this already. I mean, like, a lot of storage. I love that you can take these off, put them back on pretty easy. Once they have some, like, bolts, screws, nuts, whatever parts you're putting in there, it will make that way down a little bit more. The back is kind of a thinner plastic. I gotta be honest with you. I'd like something a little bit beefier, but putting some weight down on this with my hand, it feels like it can definitely, it's rugged, especially the larger ones as we get down there. But again, I don't think I'd put like pounds and pounds and pounds in each and every one. It's basically kind of like to help you quick sort through, different nuts and bolts and parts that you need. You can put some heavier stuff on top of here and at the bottom, like the bigger storage part. But again, absolutely love this thing. Brian from Garage Mahal, thanks for watching and be safe out there.